Okay, guys, please accept my recording. Okay, good evening, guys. This is our 12th session for IT 312. So tonight, what we're going to present is about input-output hardware. So this is module 12, and this is also chapter 12 of our subject. So first things first, this will come up with a presentation first, and then Q&A, and other matters will be discussed. So for tonight, um, wait, uh, for tonight, uh, our set of objectives are as follows. Number one is to discuss input hardware in operating systems. Number two, value the importance of input-output hardware in operating systems. And number three, understand input-output hardware of an operating system. So basically, what we have in input-output hardware is to manage various input and output devices, including keyboards, mouse, and other devices such as touchpads, disk drives, display adapters, USB devices, bitmap screens, LEDs, analog to digital converter, our on-off switch or network connection, our audio, input-output, and your printer. Therefore, an input-output system is required to take an application input-output request and send it to the physical device. So then take whatever response comes back from the device and send it to the application. So there are two categories of input-output devices. The first one is block devices. This one block devices is one which the driver communicates by sending interblocks of data. For example, hard disk, USB camera, and disk on key. Okay. So let me tell you about what is referring to as drivers is the software that is tasked to enable your input-output device to function. Okay. So the first one is block devices, no? And the other one, number two, are character devices. So ano naman ang character devices? This is one which the driver or your software that is responsible for communicating your input and output devices communicates by sending and receiving single characters. Example of this are bytes and octets. So for example, this one are your serial ports, parallel ports, and sound cards. Makita ninyo daya guys sa likod kay inyo nga desktop computer. Okay. Or sa sagwa kay inyo nga laptop. Ang blue ba nga color, these are serial ports. Dayon ang kung USB siya, USB port na dyan ang sa likod. Or ang USB port makita ninyo sa mga kilid ng mga laptops ninyo. So those are character devices. Pero kung block devices naman, kaina, so example of this is your hard disk, your camera, and your disk on key. Okay? Okay, so much for the introduction about input-output devices or hardware. Now let's go to device controllers. So for device controllers, these are software modules that can be plugged into your operating system to handle a particular device. So your operating system takes help from your device drivers to handle input-output devices. So driver man gyapon guys. Actually, software drivers nga gina-install sa computer ninyo are being installed after installing your before installing your antivirus softwares. So number one installation for your computer units or your laptop are your operating system. Siyempre, so ang Windows ninyo, no? Ang ikatwa na gina-install are your driver devices, number two. And number three, your third party, which is your antivirus. The reason for that nga gina-install lagi ang device driver ninyo ay ang Windows ninyo guys has a built-in driver already pero generic lang. So the reason for device drivers that is being installed is to make sure that your input-output devices na naka-connect sa computer ninyo or sa laptop, which is your keyboard and your mouse, will function according to their expectations or to the need nga kinanglanon nanda. Okay? So Windows ninyo, although may generic siya, makita ninyo guys nga ang baraghat pag-awa ang hula ng mga ano ninyo. Pero pag na-update na ninyo or na-install ninyo ang device drivers, you will notice the performance of your computer improves. Madasig na siya, smooth doon niya, dalagan ka mouse. Or namin po, magpadlagan ka mo ka mouse, smooth doon ang cursor key na makikita ninyo sa screen. So, muda ka importante ang device, ang inyong drivers na ginatawag. So, drivers are softwares which improve the usage of your output-input devices, input-output devices, such as your mouse, your keyboard, your printer, etc. That is why if your one device is being installed there, it's much better if you install the updated driver of your computer unit. Although, if your Windows will update, automatically the device drivers are also updated. However, nagagamit man kita yapon ka device driver na software na third party para mag-update ka drivers ninyo. So, iwas ano siya, magpanamit pagid ka performance kay inyong computer unit. Dapat may mga drivers kita. And device drivers are the ones or one of the reasons in sa kinanglan man ninyo mag-reformat every 5 years, every 6 years. Puno duda ka update ang ano ninyo computer unit. Kung kamaan ikaw, if you know how to what's this gonna update your software and delete the files or the installation files, much better because naga-consume siya ka hanggot na memory space sa computer ninyo guys. So going back to device controllers, so it works like an interface between the device and the device driver. Example of this are your keyboard, mouse, and printer. So these are device controllers or input-output units. So they are typically consist of a mechanical component and an electronic component, where electronics is called the device controller. So device controllers are found in your microchip inside sa inyong devices such as your printer or your mouse or your keyboard para na magsanto sanda sa configuration ka standard sa inyong computer units. Okay. Sige. If you will notice, if you have problems with input devices such as kung pinduton mo ang keyboard, ang letter A, hindi siya display sa screen nyo ng letter A. Or kapag pindot nyo ka letter A, lain ang character na nagagawa sa Or pag pihit niyo ka mouse ninyo, mahinay ang Or pag print niyo, ang lain-lain ang naga-print. Isang ka file nga dapat i-print niya, mga character ang nagagawa. So these are some of the miscommunication or errors which hinders your input devices. Therefore, your device controllers are very much appreciated because they are the ones which directly communicate from your devices to the computer itself. So, muda ka importante ang device controllers ninyo. So, there is always a device controller and a device driver for each device to communicate with the operating system. Without them, there will be no communication between you and your computer unit or sa hardware ninyo mismo, guys. So, these device controllers may be able to handle multiple devices. Pwede nga duro. So, as an interface, its main task is to convert serial bit stream to block of bytes to perform error correction as necessary. The only question is, how does your device controller, in parallel of your computer units, ang kadasigon na lang speed. So, speed is very important in everything or every aspect of your daily driver or daily activity. Oh, just like example, if you're just typing what's this a file in your Microsoft Word, and you are conversing in Zoom, or you're researching or downloading files from the internet while doing something. So sa multitasking, kinanglan din ninyo guys ang device drivers na diya or device controllers para nga mag-interface sa inyong input-output hardware. Very important. Okay, so I think let's move on to synchronous versus asynchronous input-output. When you are going to refer to synchronous and asynchronous output, there are two kinds of outputs, no, for input-output. Okay, what is synchronous? So in this scheme, the central processing unit execution waits while input-output proceeds. So synchronous siya. Means to say that if one of the program is being done input-output statement, or what you see is what you get. Meaning to say, kung anong ginaobra ninyo guys, amo day ginatawaan ka memory allocation ka computer ninyo or ka CPU ninyo. At the same time, amo man day ginatawaan ka configuration kay inyong hardware. So take note that your hardware will not function with without CPU integration. Meaning to say, if there is no synchronous input-output commands that is being in process in your hardware, such as ang pinaka-best example is your printer, no, during printing. So is it possible that you need to make amends with the file that you're going to print? Ay karang una, mag-print pa guys, why pa itong Microsoft Word, swerte ninyo, medayan do ka mo, parang mga 1990s, yung ginabra pa, mag-print sanda, why pa Microsoft Word, ang ginagamit pa na isang command sa word star, balada ginatawa. And then, mag-print sanda, ginapindot pa na isa pa command. So it's Control P, then you press enter. And then that's the time that your computer will print. And mind you, in printing, kahinay-hinay pabla guys. There's no inkjet printer yet, so there's no appreciation of colors. What is happening lang is that ang papel na continuous paper ang inaprintahan. Tapos, ang itsura na pa daw pixelated. So, moda. Tapos, why siya nagagamit ka ink? Ang ginagamit nila is ang cartridge. So, kung anong cartridge sa typewriter, ang mga ginagamit sa printer. Pero, synchronous output is being done during those times. So, nowadays, what we're doing is asynchronous already, or input-output currently with CPU execution, meaning to say, there's assistive CPU execution in asynchronous. So, synchronous is pasunod, asynchronous is batch filing or batch processing. So meaning to say, there's no such thing as done being considered with one file at a time. But in such a way that you can do multitasking while doing anything or while doing one command or one execution at a time. And then there's a combination of synchronous and asynchronous. Pero these are semi-synchronous types. This is not found in your synchronous versus asynchronous. Pero this is in between the two. However, this is only possible with our technology nowadays. Okay, ang mga wireless printing ninyo. So it becomes available because of the product of these two. Now, if you're going to ask which of this is very important, there's no such thing. Why? Because there are applications that need one category. Pero basically, if you combine them, that is why our input-output is very much dynamic nowadays. Hindi na siya asynchronous, hindi man asynchronous. Pwede siya asynchronous nga semi-asynchronous or semi-synchronous. Okay. So those are the things that you need to understand lang. It's because nowadays, it's complex applications are being done in many kinds of applications. So hindi ka mo matingala guys na insa paano dahil nagposible ang mga wireless printing or because may mga IoT do kita or IoT is Internet of Things. No? So those are the products of technology. What we're having a discussion right now is just the byproduct of synchronous and asynchronous input outputs. Byproduct na. So that is why we need to define it, study it. Pero hindi natin malikawan nga ga-improve dun ang aton nga situation right now. It's because of technology. So that is it. That's for synchronous and asynchronous input outputs sa hardware. In communication input output devices, we only refer to a category or which define from your input output device the approach to availability with your CPU to communicate with your devices. So in communication to input output devices, I think there are 3 categories. We are going to discuss special instruction inputs, output. Number 2 is memory mapped input output. Actually, this is one of my expertise, guys, your memory mapping, no? Because I have done a study on this. Memory mapping can be done inside your computer unit. At the same time, what I did lang is to, for your information, what I am studying during those times, 2 years ago, is the dynamic application of your blockchain in Bitcoins. Pero, because nag-uso ang Bitcoin katong time, and then Bitcoining is being put into your browser already, in your crypto browser. Pero I'm not going to discuss that one. That's very broad topic, no? Pero that is an example of your memory mapping inside your computer network. This can be done inside your laboratory sa lab naton. Kaya natestingan ko da. However, if your internet connection is a meager connection, I think this is not feasible. But in memory map, it is only a parcel of your memory that is being done in your CPU. Pero I think kinahanglan pa dyan further study sa feasibility niya kay ang naton connection naton sa eskwelahan, ang internet naton hindi manami pa. Pag may internet na kita, limited ang modem nga ginaano sa laboratory. So hindi lang kita magdura paglaom sa urihi, makakita kita ka laboratory naton nga may high speed internet no. Para nga if one thing that is being embedded to the pandemic, I think the internet connection is very, I know that it's very unstable right now, but I think in the future, mga sumunod ng mga binulan, sinto karon nag-roll out niya mga telco ka 5G nanda. So I'm expecting a very much high-speed internet access for you guys in your laboratory. So I hope I'm not mistaken ha. Kasi sakto niya po nga si Ryan nagpikal to ka fast internet connection kuno sa laboratory naton kay way manatabo. So it's not on my control ha. It is not on my control guys because I don't put policy in the school, no? What I'm saying is overall sa naton sa kabilugan bala nga hindi lamang sa mga desktop computers nato sa laptop pero sa mga cell phones ninyo, I think in the near future you will experience high-speed internet already. So let's thank the ICT for that, no, the Department of Information and Communications Technology for their efforts of computerization. Siguro hindi pa natin ito mapatagan tulad, pero sa mga binulan siguro guys, I think tabo gidaguro. Magkabay pa. And then the last one is your direct memory access or your DMA. I think we need to discuss ang DMA karon pagid. Na separate kay may kita kada sa DMA sa direct memory access. May in-depth discussion about the DMA. Okay? So before we continue, let me welcome you guys ang nagbago lang nagsulod. I think ang kagina before we start you are only 5. right now we are 10. So good evening kaninyo guys. Good evening to the following people, no? To Faith, to Gemstone, to Michael, John Michael, to Joshua, to Claire, Christian, to Krisha Jean, to Nika, and to Rachel. So good evening to you guys. And our discussion is about input-output hardware. So let's continue our discussion. No? So sa input-output hardware natin, we are now on communications process. So as I told you, there are 3 categories for this. First is your special instruction. When you speak about special instruction on your input-output hardware, this is your CPU instructions. Salin sa CPU daya. Hindi sa width, hindi sa west, pero sa CPU. No? Joke lang. Sa central processing unit. Hindi. Sa central processing unit. So these are instructions that are specifically made for controlling input-output devices. No? And these instructions typically allow data to be sent in your input-output device or read from your input devices. So from your input devices, it cannot be instigated without any CPU instruction. So sa CPU, dayan halin ang special instruction. Okay. For your memory map input-outputs, this is using input-output map where addressing is being shared by the memory in the output devices. So there are memory allocations in your processor and directed to your input-output devices. Ang in-depth discussion na kada is nanod doon nato dyan, discuss ka lang nagligad ng mga topics sa memory memory allocation. May mga solving, matudom-duman ninyo. So this is an example of your memory map input-output. However, your memory map input-output is being processed into category where we are referring for a block of data in your memory going to CPU. So the best example here is the memory output for the device or from the CPU input-output commands going to your devices, pero halin sanda sa memory. So there must be an allocation from the memory going to the input device pabalik or from the memory going to the CPU. So tatlo sila nga ginatudloanay. Pero ang CPU, isa lang ang ginatudlo ang sa input-output device. Ang input device, wala, it may ginatudlo, pero may dyan nga file na ginatao halin sa memory. So medyo cyclical. So with using your memory map or your operating system such as your Windows allocates a buffer in the memory. When we speak about buffer, this is referring to a temporary storage. Okay, so buffer. And inform input-output device to use that buffer to send data to the CPU. Ang example na lang kadaya, ang magtudlo sa RAM ninyo bala. Kaya darwaya memory na ginagamit sa computer ninyo, ang RAM, kag ang memory ka inyong hard disk. Dapat nag-synchronize ang duwang kadaya para magbuligay sanda nga mapadasig ang tanang application nga ginatao mo sa computer mo kalin sa keyboard, sa mouse, sa printer, kag sa ibang pagit. Insa nga kasi rin namo doon na input-output because ang topic natin is input-output hardware. So mo da. The interface, the advantage of this methodology is the access memory can be used to manipulate input-output devices. Karang una problema kidaya kay insa pariyo ka printer ninyo nga kung bumbahan ninyo ka inong print na file. Example kag mag-run out matabo kada kung ma-reset yung memory kay ang memory sa buffer temporary lang ang computer ninyo ang kag printer mas stop mag-print pero ang i-print na kung magsiga doon it might be nga wala doon dato tong file so madura na siya today hindi doon amo kada today ang printer ninyo kung diin nag-stop nga file kuya naman tapuson ka print kag continuous na siya. Regardless kung maubusan ka mo kabang paper, so amo da. Pero karang una, kung mapatay gid ta na guys, hindi gid na matabangan doon kay ang memory allocation sa buffer is temporary only. Amo da yan nga nature. Tulad may ginatawag doon nga smart memory doon mo. So this kind of memory can be stored in a block. pero it is parallel sa memory ninyo sa hard disk. That is why ang Microsoft Word ninyo nga gina-take for granted lang naton nga may ginasaka. Ma-notice ninyo nga kung mag-run out, kung diin ka mo nga file, tuyan na nga memory ang nag-last nga save, amo day ibutan sa screen. May recovery ba lang ang ginatawag ko. Hindi siya recovery in the sense nga na-recover gid ang tanan-tanan nga file. Recovery siya in the sense that kung ano yan na-save mo, nga pinakuri before naduraan power or nag-run out, amo man itong file ang i-display niya. So that is why I told you that technology is evolving, and that is one problem that was solved kado katuig. Halin 2012 hasta tulad why dukot may nakita nga pareho pa dato kang una nga kung mapatyan ka sa computer mo, wala mo ma-save yung file mo, hindi mo doon ma-recover. So I think nag-start daya guys sa Microsoft Word 2007 ata. 2007 upwards. So parang simple na to, na-notice siguro nandang na hindi nandang ma-recover yung file. Tulad daya, pwede doon yun yung ma-recover. So muna. Okay? Now let's have an in-depth discussion with DMA or your direct memory access. No? So when you speak about DMA or your direct memory access, this refers to slow devices like keyboards that will generate an interrupt to the main CPU after each byte is transferred. Ano yung purpose na? So it's fast. If a fast device, such as a disk, generated an interrupt for each byte, the operating system would spend most of its time handling these interrupts. Therefore, your typical computer uses direct memory access or your DMA. So this means that your hardware is to reduce this overhead. So this refers to the authority to read file or to write memory without involvement. So DMA module controls exchange of data between main memory and the input-output device. So the purpose ng CPU ninyo is only involved at the beginning and the end of the transfer, and the interrupt only after entire block has been transferred. So DMA needs a special software called DMA controller or DMAP that manages the data transfer and arbitrates access to the system bus. So the controllers are programmed with source and destination pointers where to read and write and to counter track the number of transferred bytes and settings. Okay, in simpler terms, if you experience transferring of file from your flash drive going to your computer or from your computer to the flash drive, ang makita ninyo nga graphics na lang daw may kuret-kuret bilang sa kakanaog. So that is an example of DMA or your direct memory access file. So you will notice that sometimes ang transfer nanda daw laka lang gid ko experience nga nang way gasaka panaog mo. Or kalabanan gani masaka din manaog. Okay? Or another example of this is your torrent mag-download. You will notice ang spike ka memory or ka data nga ginakasaka kay panaog. This one is an example of direct memory access. Why? Because, as I've said, this only handles a direct memory access to your hardware. And it also have a DMA controller. Your DMA controller is the software mismo. So this interrupt or ang interrupt bala, ang interaction, ang paglakang ka file, paglakang pagsaka or panaog. Either saka siya or panaog siya. Pero daw talaga lang ko, kita lang daw gakurit lang. Na, kaya sige, aton din nga, bikuri. Hindi lamang internet, pero ang computer nga to, ang specs niya bala, sometimes why ka santo pa sa dang requirement kadang natin. So, that is a byproduct of your direct memory access. What I'm saying is you try to understand a situation wherein copying of file that is being blocked. Ang importante kanakon guys, ang intact gyapon ang file na ginakopy. Okay lang ang DMA or ang spike kapag memory. Ang kanakon ang concern ko is ang makopya ko, sakto ang mga file nga gina-transfer ko from either from the internet going to the computer or the file that is being saved from your computer going to your flash drive, or from the flash drive going to your computer. Okay, so umudagan while transferring file from one medium to another, hindi nyo na ipag-hugluton. Iba na, bigyan nag-abot lagi yung flash drive mo without Although, sir, plug and play na da, yes, of course, you can do plug and play, meaning kasi pwede nyo mag-abot anytime. Pero lang tawanin nyo guys, ang ang suga or ang LED ka ng CPU nyo or ang motherboard. Once nga nagasiga pala, nag-read na siya. So, uliton nyo mapatay. Or sa screen nyo lang, naglaga kurit, manda kung mag-copy ka mo, hindi nyo anay pag-gabuton kung mag-amo pala. Pensa, basi corrupt yung file nga gina-transfer ninyo, hindi na mag-open doon. Or guba-git, duwaton nyo ang transfer. Hindi lamang kadayad ang file yung mag-uba, pero ang flash drive nyo, mag-uba man na siya. Although, gina-design din naman ang flash drive para mag-uba. Pareho man ka cellphone nyo, nga gin-design lang para katuig gamiton. Pag nagdaan doon, pag hindi doon madasig, isla nyo doon da. Kasi hindi doon siya compatible sa ginagamit ninyo sa saan. Or buta doon, puro file na ginapang-download na kuntindiin. So, buta na siya. Or i-reformat nyo yung phone nyo after pera ka years para magdasig. So this is, I think you have learned something on DMA. I hope you have learned about the DMA. Let's have another topic. Another topic is polling versus interrupts input-output. This is the last topic, I think. I don't know if this is, yes, this is the last topic. So polling or interrupt, when we speak about polling, your polling is spelled P-double-L-O. P-O-L-L-I-N-G. P-O-L-L-I-N-G. So, polling. Ano yung ginatawag na polling? London Bridge is polling down. Joke lang. Your polling is the simplest way for the input-output devices to communicate with the processor. So this process is periodically checked of the device to see if there is an input-output operation called polling. So this simply means that it puts information in the status register, and the processor ninyo must come and get the information. So most of the time, devices will not require attention, and one does not have to wait until it is interrogated by the polling program. Pero this is an inefficient method, and most of the processor's time is wasted on unnecessary calls. So compare this method to teacher continually asking every student in the class, one after another, if they need help. So obviously, the most efficient method would be for a student to inform the teacher whenever they require assistance. So, malanda. So pareho lang nga isa-isa pa mo guys, gaano mga mabudlay. Pero kung may GC kita, mas mapos. So that is an example of your polling. Mas mapos kang i-organize ka mo sa GC compared nga isa-isa kontak mo ka pang-recall sa group chat. So polling is just the simplest way. However, this requires a lot of memory space sa processor ninyo. Ang another naman is interrupts. Ano dang interrupt? Kainan ko pag ginawakal. This is an alternative scheme for dealing with input-output, and it is driven by a signal to the microprocessor from a device that requires attention. So kung pareho lang na pangalasa kita, kung sino gusto maghambal, mabayaw ka, lima na pagbayaw ka lima nyo, gina-recognize na mo nga maghambal. So this also saves time because it invokes the CPU to handle interrupt using handler or interrupt vector. So ang solusyon kada ginabutangan naka-address ang kung ano nga file ang ginabutangan niya sa hard disk na. After that, gina-interpret lang ka inyong memory ang mga file na gin-save ninyo. So din mas manami, polling con interrupt na damay ang kumang context. Ano din mas manami, polling con interrupt. Okay. Okay, let's move on. Your activity number 22 is only a pick collage. So what you're going to do is pick collage ng anay guys. Medyo kapos. And what you're going to do is to construct a pick collage on 5 aspects of your input-output hardware. Ano daya ng 5 aspects of your input-output hardware? These are your device controllers, your asynchronous versus asynchronous input-outputs, your communication to input-output devices, your direct memory access, and your polling versus interrupt input-output statement. So those are the 5 components of your input-output hardware. So I think this is very easy. All you have to do is to search this in your search box in your Google and copy it in your so sige. And this is our ending. Ad astra sapientiam to the stars to knowledge. I hope you have learned something this evening in our presentation. Thank you very much, students. Okay, guys, let me stop presenting. And what is your reaction to our activity for tonight? Do you have something to say? Or do you have something to ask? May pamangkot ka mo parte sa discussion or sa activity? Klaro man, guys? Klaro man?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mike. Okay. Sige, thank you, Mike. Okay, so guys, if you missed out on something this evening, please go back to the video. I will post this in our in our YouTube channel. Guys, you will notice na sometimes why kamot makita ang link sa GC naton. Kabisyo balay Google tulad kay sa to nga daw karang last week. Hindi gid nagadura-dura. May gani sa klase naton way gadura no kun gabi. Pero I experience bala nga pira ka oras na way Google. Hindi ko ma-access sa Google Classroom yung gani. No, hindi. Usually ko post ka na kadang sa Google Classroom naton activity nila ang kabudlay. Isa hindi ko ma-open ya account ko. Kakatabo man da kaninyo. Katabo madang duraan mo access sa YouTube, sa Google, sa Gmail, sa kundi pa nga Google affiliated na software. Or ako lang naka-experience sa da. Permi ko naga-online or naka-online kung hindi di sa eskwelahan. Kung hindi to sa eskwelahan, just live. Because gina-upload ko yung activity na ito, panglasi ako kung gabi, tapos kung aga naman, prepare ko kung mga modules, kagiban pa. So, nag-hang up ang Google for some time, na lipat daya karang kagapon, it happened. Do karado, okay naman. I will just post the link later on sa GC if you want to see the activity. Just make sure lang to put on your attendance right now so that hindi ka magbalik-balik ano po yun. Okay? Okay. Next week will be, I think, today is the 15th, no? We're on the 12th. Dali lang na. Let me, lang yun nga, final exam natin sa January 15 pa man. Why pa? January 15, so I think we have time. If we can finish earlier, mas manami, no? Kaya hindi ta magsabay sa, although there are several topics pa that we need to discuss about. We're on the 12th, I think, pera pa. Mga 3 paguro, 4 ka weeks. Hindi, 3 lang guro ka weeks, I think. Hindi pa nga lang ito ka ninyo next week na please attend the class pagin. Although masako do kita kada. Okay, next week will be 21 to 25 and the 25 is Friday gate, Christmas time. So sir, I know that you need a break. pwede matato ka break. However, hindi guro.
Sana all, pwede ka break, sir ba?
Oo, pwede. Manan ko, mas kutoy ang ang online class kaysa face-to-face. Nag-load ako face-to-face ganyan. Yeah, online abi no, although kaya kita nag-edit permi or nagano. However, ang nabla, ang stigma kapag klase, mo lang dali problema. Pero I think gusto ko man mag-break sa Christmas sa next week. However, hindi nato daya matapos guys karing kon naton. Mga topics naton until sa 15 kung hindi nato pagdidiretso no. So lang, ang suggestion ko lang kaninyo is you take your subjects one at a time. Though pwede man kamo kapahuway anay man gamay pero atindaran nyo lang ganyan matapos ninyo yung mga activity or hindi ko man pera sagid nga yung mga activities ninyo may dyan abing activities nga why man it deadline no, although okay man na kanakon tungkol sa programming ninyo nga subject yan ang momento there are activities that doesn't have any deadline, so it's okay, so anytime you can pass it or finish it. Anyway, once we natin sa tulad ng tuig, I'm hoping that we can find any improvements in January, but I don't think so until we come up with the vaccine. Maybe the face-to-face will at least makakadto lang kami sa eskwelahan daan mag-ano to, pero I don't think na makaano. One thing that I would like you to know is I'm printing the remaining modules. In design hindi ka na ako sa subject na to. Pasensya lang mo na delay ang printing kay naguba yung printer ko. Tulad may gagamit man ko kalaing yung printer na ginuram ko lang. So it's okay. Pero may hinay hindi kayo video mga So maybe I think para matingnan mo lang sa tanan nga activity, I can print it until next week probably. Depende man yan so lang. Sa iban para mabalaan ng iban yung classmates nga mag-wall ka modules pala tuya sa nato. So that is it for tonight. I think na-handle or man nato ang topic. Unless you have questions, guys. We still have a lot of time. I don't know if you have questions sa input-output hardware. Kasi ang input-output hardware is in your operating system, no? Pero these are supplemental lang gid sa operating system kaysa ang hardware sa sagwa tanamo or sa sa physical component. When you compare hardware and software, of course, these are the two main components of your configuration or interaction with the computer. Without any of the two, maskin din sa hardware, maskin din sa software, hindi mo pwede ka interact sa computer ninyo. Importante ang hardware, at the same time, ang software importante man. Tandaan nyo lang kung ano yung makita nyo pag mabatsagan or makaptan or mapindot or ang tanan ng physical nga devices, those are hardware. So those are the hardware. Ang software naman ninyo are these are the aspect na these are your kung sa mga pabla, kung ang generator ninyo ang hardware, ang inyong battery ang inyong mga software. So these are these two comprises of your computer units. So without any of the two, you will not function properly in terms of your interfacing with your computer unit. So moda guys. Okay. The first component is your we studied about device controllers. Your device controllers are in your hardware. Makita. These are microchips. These are the chips that is found in your mouse, on your keyboard, anything, including your CPU mismo. Kay your microprocessor is a microchip. Kung sa cellphone pa ninyo, yain nyo nga ang mga Snapdragon ninyo, pag mga MediaTek, may mga microprocessors. These are microprocessors. Pero ang kinalain kadang ano ninyo sa cellphone, ang sa ano, sige, amo lang dyan, update tayo ha. Iba yung memory o yung processor kay inyong computer compare sa cellphone. Kaya ang sa cellphone ninyo, ARM na siya. Ang ARM is an acronym of na technology. This refers to wait. Oo. Okay. Your ARM is a okay. ARM is a family of reduced instruction set computing architecture for computer processors configured for virus environments. So, ang ARM kana is for smaller components na sa cellphone ninyo. ARM, ang ngaran niya, because ARM yung pangalan ka ng ano karang una. Ang meaning ka ARM is Advanced RISC Machine. Or tawag man siya nga Acorn RISC Machine. Ang RISC naman, ang sa R sa ARM bala. And these are the architecture for computer processor. So ang lain data na compare sa inyo nga this is different from your memory sa ano ninyo sa inyong processor sa desktop kag sa laptop, no? Kaya ang sa desktop kag sa laptop, ano siya Intel kag ano ganida. Intel siya kag ano ganito isa. Ang Ryzen bala, lain man tanam. So depende kung diin ang manufacturer, kung diin ang ano na. Pero ang sa cellphone niyo gamay-gamay talaga ng microchip nga waay gagaano ka memory niyo. Do pareho lang balad ka hard disk ninyo, ang hard disk ninyo guys is a metal nga copper metal nga sa sulod nga nagalibot-libot. Pero ang may SSD man nga ginatawag or the solid state drive nga ang technology kada do pareho sa flash drive ninyo. So kung diin ang mas madasig sa duwa, syempre mas madasig ang SSD compare sa hard disk. So ma-compare ninyo ang ARM kaysa technology na ginagamit sa mga laptops o sa printers. Although irrelevant do dado karon because ang ang Apple amo lang gid ay kompanya nga naka-produce ka microchip para sa cellphone nanda nga ginagamit man sa laptop nanda nga mas madasig pagid sa Intel kag sa ARM. Lain pagid tanang nga technology. Alam kong hindi daging magic ka Apple tulad. Kaya ang iPhone 12 nanda, ang M1 balang ang microchip. Usually ang ginagamit ka Apple is Bionic chip eh. Although mas madasig man siya compare sa dang benchmark kadang inyong Snapdragon kag ang Intel sa desktop, madasig siya. Pero mas madasig pag ang M1 chip na dalo karon nako na ganito Magic Hero Apple kaya ang Apple ang gid nakabutang ka microchip halin sa cellphone padto sa computer. Kag mas madasig pa siya sa tulad nga ano. Amo dayo pinakadasig nga microchip do karon ng M1 chip ka Apple. Sanda lang gid ano kada. Kung ano man ang sikreto nanda, insat makaproduce na kada ilam kundi na binuol ang amo dang technology. Base sa research nanda eh. Nanda. So, those are the things that you need to consider about input-output hardware. This is very important because your hardware is the home of your operating system. Balay na da. Diyan ginabotang yung OS ninyo sa components niya. And magparan ka mo ka computer ninyo or ka laptop ninyo. I think both must be synchronized in order to perform better. So nagahinay lang yung computer niyo kung buta dun ka file or probably mga updates or iban pa. Okay. I would like you to know about some memory spaces. Okay, why nato dyan ma-type parang una. paano ninyo ma-maintain yung memory ka hard disk ninyo sa sa computer ninyo. I think there are several things that you need to see, no, or to do. Pero you just perform this in your own risk. This is only in my own understanding. Sa pera ko katuig experience. At the same time, sa mga things na nabasahan ko, both sa internet and sa mga libro nga sa sa library. So all of this, if you are going to clean your computer units using your memory function, I think you have to go to your computer. And what you're going to do is go to your local C. Right-click nyo guys, and go to properties. And then you can see this clean up here. So properties na. So you're going to press this. And yun natin luan na doon niraran yung So magwa din ang this clean up. If you're going to press OK, what will happen is it will clean up your drive C. The problem is it doesn't clean your recycle bin. So kung ano may content na kada guys, you have to empty this. And hindi nyo man siguro mabatsagan gid yung pagkadasig niya, pero I think may gamay nga naglaing gid. The other one is you have to press you go to search and then you press %. Okay. Percent. That is the percent. I'm not so sure. I forgot so this one. No. Okay, let me search some other things that you need to free your memory. This is your ARM architecture. Type here free memory. Then okay, you can see here this one. You can try this, or you can try this and read this, and see for yourself kung ano yung pwede ninyong mahimo. So just make sure lang in your own risk, guys, if you're going to free memory from your spaces sa computer ninyo. Basahan nyo, anay. May mga directions today. Like this one, Task Manager. Okay. Start up programs. No? Okay. So this one, no? You go to your Task Manager. And then you can free any spaces detail niya to start up. No? And then, ang tawa ninyo guys, kung ipang-disable lang ninyo ang hindi ninyo na ginagamit. So, your phone, Wondershare Studio, if you're not, disable nyo siya. Then, okay. Cortana, Cortana nyo kung ayaw nyo disable nyo lang. Okay. Para nga, when you are going to what's this? If you're going to restart your computer, I think you will experience more faster loading of your computer unit kung nagalag na siya. So there are other things that you can do, like clear page file shutdown. Pero sa registry gina-edit, ang caution lang gid ang inyong guys, kung himuon nyo daya dang sundan mo gid maya dahil base sumala ka mo bala kag makapekto sa computer ninyo, hindi daw mag-undock. Kung mag-edit ka mo registry nyo using regedit, may tendency nga madura iya file or iya dang ma-reformatted ka mo computer ninyo. So halong-halong lang. If you're not sure, don't do it. And then for check driver issues, mag-update ng mga drivers niya. So you can do this using a third party. Ako, yung ginagamit ko, magpadasig ang computer ko sa drivers pa lang ang ginatawag, ang driver niya. Ang ginagamit ko tulad is driver easy dahil this is a third party. You can download this in the internet. Pero kalita daya gitman ang akuon ko. However, why ko man gina ano get. So this one, and then all you have to do is to scan your your system or your computer unit. Okay, wala to nyo siya matapos. And then after matapos, all you have to do. Okay, so makita niyo may duwa no. Ang AMD bus kag ang controller kay inyong ang controller is we can find this in your on your system. AMD bus is the serial bus na component. Sulod ang mga connections ninyo. Then may mga driver sa guys mo. So kailangan updated siya per mail. All you have to do is to click update all, continue. And your computer will have this and then click continue lang. Okay. Okay. Then download ang driver sa internet. Then install niya automatic. Gamay mo lang siya. Okay, so this one medyo harang good for 4.8 MB. Or gamay mo lang Ang 4.8 MB equivalent daya ka isa ka MP3 ninyo. So depende sa internet connection nyo guys kung saan ako matapos or saan ako update the driver. Ang driver kinanglan i-update gid sa laptop ninyo para smooth yung under computer ninyo. Kung updated ang drivers, mas madasig ang computer ninyo. Anong bala kung mas madasig ang computer ninyo? Mas madasig ka mo makatapos ka or browon ninyo. Okay? Okay, dali nyo mo lang guys. So those are the things that you need to remember. These are some tips. There are others pa. There are other tips that you can find in the internet. But make sure to check if that tip is okay or not, because sometimes it can affect your functionality in your computer units. Okay, so I think it's almost finished, pero no nag-stuck up. I don't know what is the problem. Okay, not responding. So wait for the program to respond. So it's supposed to update your computer, no? Your drivers gali. Okay, so I think those are the things that you need to remember, guys. Nag-stack up updating ko driver. Pero after kada kinahanglan ninyo i-reset yung computer ninyo para ang inyong driver mag-update sa inyong computer unit. So restart yung computer ninyo. After restarting, ma-notice ninyo may gamay nga difference agad sa kada segundo. That is applicable also to Windows 7. May man niya Windows 7 nga pareho kadaya nga function. Pero kung gusto niyo ang mga third party nga softwares sa pag-update kada, kinahanglan niyo gid ang driver updater. Just like ang ginagamit ko ang driver easy, no? So this is only for educational purposes, no? There's no copyright infringement on this. The copyright belongs to the owners. This is for educational purpose only. Okay, so do you have any questions regarding our topic for tonight? I think this is the time that we will separate. We'll have a separate ways temporarily, and hopefully on Thursday you will come back. And I don't know how am I going to persuade you guys to come within our session for next meeting. Or maybe I should have a raffle draw, no? For we can have prizes. Do you want that? Or
Dumayad.
surprise na lang? Or
Dumayad,
surprise na lang?
dumayad, sira, dumayad daw.
Oo, kung namo dan para do Christmas gift ko lang kanyo next week. Next week lang.
Ito na, sir. Online Christmas party. Aragay.
Ay. Masig dara ka, Masig dara ka, Nagaling ba si Akigan ta ni Bold Sinas?
Hindi na, sir.
Sige, surprise lang. Hindi man sa Thursday, pero next week lang guro. I will make a surprise lang for you guys. If you're going to attend the session on Christmas Day. Or before Christmas. Oo. Or on Thursday, no? Thursday next week. Surprise na lang. Para... Sige, isukta nyo man. Kuhay iti naka-record ayan, no?
Oo, sir.
Sukta nyo lang po, Mike, Sukta nyo lang po next week. Anyway, sige guys. See you next meeting, I think. Good evening guys sa ninyo dyan.
Sige, sir. Good evening, Master.
Okay, James, may shout out. Mike, ikaw Mike, shout out ka Mike. May tawag doon sa likod ko.
Why do Master?
Oh, okay, sige. Josh, good evening, Josh. Ano ba si Josh? Nika, thank you, Mike. Thank you, James. Thank you, Nika. Thank you, Faith.
Shout out.
And,
shout out.
Sige.
Daw ng bata.
Okay, sige. Sige.
Pag kay bata mo, sir, shout out.
No, thank you, Mike. Thank you.
Sige, sir. Bye-bye.
Krisha, thank you, Krisha. Bye, Mike. Thank you. Next week, Thursday, guys, kita na paman kita. Sige. So, thank you very much for attending our class for tonight. Good evening, nagid kaninyo tanan. So, I hope you learned something this evening. Thank you. More tips will be on Thursday. Sige, mga tips sa memory management. At the same time, ang topic natin sa programming sa application. I hope hindi magpalpak ang app natin sa Thursday. So, mulang dahil ginapangabay ko. Hinatun-an ko man improvement guys. So, good evening. Good evening, James. May bata to sa likod ni James. Ay, ito kananda. May bata sa likod na ni James. Nahuya kasi yan. Nag-hihi. Sige, bye-bye. Anong ko lang yung recording, ha? I will stop recording already. And thank you.